You're here with the Mouse Vibes, and we're back at Universal Studios Hollywood for a theme park update. It's no surprise the park is super busy right now. We've seen record-breaking crowds in 2023 thanks to Super Nintendo World. Wahoo! Well, that and the insane amount of construction around the park.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
And we're only 3 weeks away from the biggest event of the year, Halloween Horror Nights.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Welcome back to another Mouse Vibes video. We're gonna get this update started here on the upper lot on New York Street. There's been heavy construction going on New York Street, actually just in this building right over here, with no official word on what's actually going on.
Is this true? Yes, it's true.
We've been following the construction on this building since the end of June, and initial rumors were saying that a grab-and-go restaurant was coming to this location. But I think this project's a little bit bigger than that. They actually took the building all the way down to the studs, and you can tell the wood was definitely rotted, probably from weather damage.
Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
And since then, you can see they replaced all the wood on this building and started wrapping the actual building in Tyvek, which is a home wrap. It's basically a modern-day water-resistant barrier for your building to help protect it from rain damage, and that kind of makes sense because we got a ton of rain last year here in Southern California. So this is what it looked like while they were still wrapping the house, and you can see all the scaffolding. It goes all the way down to the ground level. Fast forward to this week, the scaffolding's been removed from the bottom level to show that the building looks untouched.
Not even a little bit.
So majority of the work has actually gone into the building, starting to cover up the walls and adding detail to the very top. They've actually done some framework and added these brackets back in place, and if these dark green brackets look familiar, these were the exact same ones that were here to start off initially. So maybe we're not getting too much change over here on New York Street. Oh yeah, this also caught my eye. I noticed some team members measuring the construction walls on New York Street. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. The only reason I can think they could be possibly measuring these walls is for potential decorations for Halloween Horror Nights.
How did you know?
New York Street is a massive hub for Halloween Horror Nights every year. It's essentially the first thing you see as you enter the park. And one of the signature decorations that they have every single year are these huge fire cannons. It would feel so empty on the upper lot if we didn't have them. But maybe there's a way to still have the fire cannons while everything is still walled up and under construction. Here's a shot of the decorations from last season, and as you can see that there was a gap in between the fire cannons and the building, so maybe it could work, but I don't know. I'm not a fireman or anything.
You go. We go.
But I want to hear from you guys. Do you think construction will be wrapped up before opening night of Halloween Horror Nights? And do you think we're getting the fire cannons back this year? Universal's known for working quickly and sprinting towards the finishing line. But the only way I can see this project wrapping up in time is if they get
demon speed. Speed's what we need. We need greasy, fast speed.
Dracula, there you are. I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I've been waiting for you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Have you prepared yourself for death?
No, I invited you
Get
over.
ready.
Oh.
It's coming tonight.
Let's keep things moving and talk about the other construction just 100 yards away at the former Animal Actors and Special Effects building.
Get here! All right.
Heavy construction continues to go on in this area daily, and there's no way of hiding it. There's literally a ton of excavators on the other side, and they're just moving around dirt and trash, and the only thing that's separating the guests is this white wall.
No way.
Yes way.
On the other side, you can get a direct look inside this construction zone, and you can see there's just a ton of dirt to move, a lot of rubble, and this really is going to be a huge project for the next year. Speaking of projects, there's a small project going on right next to this as well. These guys were out framing an area to pour concrete, and the next day I was there, the concrete was poured and this patch was drying. My guess it might be for a power supply similar to like the other ones that you see on the hill. The biggest bulk of work this week was trimming all the trees in this area. They've literally cut down all these trees, and it's kind of sad, but at least we know that a roller coaster is coming to this area. This is going to be the entire footprint for the new Fast and Furious Rollercoaster is in this area right here. Here's a bird's eye view of this location, just to give you an idea of how big this space is. And from this spot, you can just see how much land this really takes up. All the trees that were just cut down were right here, and this is where the majority of the roller coaster footprint will take place as you start out from the upper lot and descend down to the lower lot.
You know this ain't no 10-second race.
Personally, I can't wait for this coaster to open up. But what do you think? Are you excited for a new Fast and Furious coaster to come to Universal Studios Hollywood?
Of course.
All right, let's switch things up and get a little spooky and give a Halloween Horror Night update. Let's talk about the first scare zone to start taking shape at Universal Studios Hollywood over on the upper lot off of French Street.
I am so excited to be a part of this HHN update.
We are here in the Parisian courtyard, and finally some of the scare zones are coming to life. La Terre de las Momias. Please don't come at me if I butchered that, but some of the scare zone stuff's up. It is so exciting. This is gonna be right outside of Monstrous, the Monsters of Latin America, and I know it's gonna be spooky, so let's show you guys what's here.
Not only is this the first scare zone to start receiving decorations, but it's the only one announced so far for this year. The main decoration for this scare zone are gonna be these vignettes and screens. They actually are gonna run the entire length of French Street, so you're gonna see them everywhere. And if you think that these decorations look familiar, well, it's because they were the same ones from last year in the El Pueblo de Terra scare zone.
No worries, bro.
I'm actually a big fan of the scare zone. The lighting package and decorations come to life at night, and I love that it feels like an extension of the house that's in the Parisian courtyard. And as far as the theme for this scare zone, it's the Terra de las Momias scare zone, which is inspired by 1950s Mexican horror cinema, more specifically Aztec mummy movies. Whoa! The team had to create essentially their own multiverse of horror films to fit into the scare zone, and there's actually 7 total films that they're using this year.
That is some good, clean family fun there, eh, Cot? Right you are.
And let's take this in order. We have The Mummy That Couldn't Die, The Mummy vs. the Undead Skeletons.
Because let's face it, baby, these days, you gotta have a sequel.
This is cool. We have our first little Easter egg for Halloween Horror Nights 2023. The sign behind me is actually going to be a play on the Revenge of the Mummy, which creative director John Murdy made.
It took the ancient Egyptians generations and thousands of workers to build the tombs of Egypt, but we don't have that much time. So we're doing it a lot faster because we've got power tools.
How cool is that? A little Easter egg here for Halloween Horror Nights. Escape from the Mummy's Crypt, Blood of the Skeleton Queen, The Mummy vs. the Skeleton Queen, and we've been told that the Skeleton Queen will be one of the characters roaming around this scare zone, and she's gonna be a stilt walker.
All right.
And last but not least, the Village of the Undead. There's also going to be screens located in the scare zone, and what's going to play on the screens is basically the posters and lobby cards of those movies I just showed you. Here's what it looked like last year. Oh, this is super cool. All the artwork in this scare zone is actually done by designer and illustrator Lucas Colshaw. Lucas is also responsible for the artwork inside the Bride of Frankenstein Lives house from 2 years ago, and Holidays in Hell. It also looks like they've expanded the scare zone just a little bit. Maybe that's to accommodate the Minions Cafe. Last year, this restaurant was open for dining during the event, so maybe that's what they're planning on this year. They even actually decorated the outside of the building to give it some spooky vibes. Moving on, let's talk about some miscellaneous news, as Surfer Boy Pizza has arrived down to the lower lot, and honestly, I don't know how I feel about this.
It's okay that mine's not movie quality.
Also recently, creative director John Murray tweeted out, "I highly recommend this company. They can solve all your human pest control needs. Just give them a call. I dare you."
You double dare me?
Are you tired of humans? Are you sick of being stepped on, squashed, swatted, and sprayed? Did you know insects outnumber humans on this planet 1,000,000,000 to 1? Humans don't stand a chance. Our helpful and discreet operators are standing by because humans are a pest.
While we're on the lower lot, we did get word of a brand new character coming to Universal Studios Hollywood.
Interesting fact, we do have a new group of baby Triceratops. We actually have a 4-month-old that is getting ready to come out into the park and meet everybody pretty soon. We're going to be talking more about her in the next couple weeks, but for right now, she's still not quite ready.
How cool is that? Who doesn't want more dinosaurs in the park?
Yeah, that's how it always starts. But then later there's running and screaming.
I also want to take a moment to appreciate one of the team members that helps bring the magic here at this park every single day. His name is Rob.
Hey, all right, well, have a great day and have fun. Now we're talking.
That is the legend of Universal Studios Hollywood, Rob. He's here every single day greeting people and make sure the hype train is running at full cylinders. He's always got a great vibe. I've never not seen him smile. And Rob is actually celebrating 50 years of working here at Universal. So next time you're here at the park, go say hi to him. And thank you again for everything that you do, Rob. We also have some news on the Universal Studios Hollywood website, letting guests know that past member appreciation days are back. And what that means is from August 15th through September 30th, annual pass members will get special offerings throughout the park and City Walk.
Cool.
And all you have to do is show your season pass. That'll get you discounts on food items, VIP tours, games inside the park, and more. And we also get some free swag for the month of September, starting off with this Princess Peach magnet that you can get from September 1st through the 15th. And then the later half of the month, they're going to be offering a Luigi magnet. How cool is that?
I like it a lot.
All right, and that's gonna wrap up our day here at Universal Studios Hollywood. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It really helps us grow, and if not, thanks for stopping by.